Hey YouTube, welcome to the Subprime to Prime YouTube channel. Here, our focus is to get you from subprime to prime. And that all starts with knowing where you want to go on your financial journey. And this channel is for information and educational purposes only and is not intended to be legal or financial advice. Alright, let's get into it. In this video, we're going to talk about thin credit profiles and how that affects your overall credit and profile altogether. Now, a thin credit file refers to individuals who have limited credit history or few accounts listed on their report. And when lenders and creditors evaluate a borrower's ability to repay or their credit worthiness, they rely heavily on the credit report and the scores to make those decisions. And unfortunately, with a thin credit profile, it can be a challenge to get them to view you as not a high risk. I mean, because in effect, if you were loaning to somebody you just met, you're going to want to check them out and make sure that they're, on the up and up and that they can pay you back. And most of the times they don't. You don't really loan to people you don't know. It's that rare occasion where you have to trust that they're going to repay what you've loaned to them, and they're going to keep their word on that. So with that limited data that creditors have, they prefer to have a comprehensive history, like someone who has multiple credit cards on their accounts, an installment loan like for an auto, a mortgage or anything like that, and just kind of have a pretty decent mix of different types of credit to see if you can handle a variety of credit types. Now, because they have less evidence of ability to pay, it's gonna be tough to manage. And so, with that, if you're out there and you have a thin credit profile, one of the best options you can do for yourself is start by getting a secured card so that you can put up your own money and a bank sees that as you having skin in the game, and that if you default, you risk losing that money that you gave for them to collateralize that card. And another wonderful tool to use if you belong to Navy Fed, and some other banks will do a secured loan as well. But what you're going to want to do is actually utilize a secured loan. These are just little tools to help increase your trustworthiness and show that you can handle different types of credit mix, and that you're good for repaying back what you borrow. So in essence, you're kind of borrowing your own money, but it helps build your profile overall and makes you look good to the credit issuers. And like I said before, you always want to look your best when you're going to ask somebody for money. Okay? And so, you're going to have limited borrowing options outside of secured things. Sometimes they do take a chance on you, but it's not as likely that you'll get high limits, because they want to kind of test the waters. So someone might offer you, a card for $2,000 or $3,000 just to see where you stand and if you can handle the payment each and every month from what you borrow. And then, you want to open credit accounts nice and slow at a decent pace when you're first starting out, because you don't want to, open a bunch of bank accounts and try to apply for a bunch of cards, because with each and every time you inquire, they're inquiring into you, which puts an inquiry on your credit report, which makes you look thirsty, basically, to financial institutions, and you don't want that. You want to always be able to show that you're responsibly building your credit. And if you are rebuilding your credit, absolutely, I don't care what any credit repair company out there tells you, you do absolutely want to start establishing or reestablishing a baseline of new financial instruments to show that you are now responsible, that you can handle the new debt that you're taking on, and those things, because you need to start building positive payment history, which is 35% of your overall credit score. And you want to actually, try and, get, when you're coming back from financial, hardships, you want to actually try to get into bank issued credit cards over the subprime credit cards, because they don't look as good on your report overall. They are kind of the grimier, super high interest rates. Now, if you have bad credit or no credit at all, like from a thin profile, you're gonna probably pay higher interest rates. But with a thin profile, over time, that won't be the case. And same with the profile that's being rebuilt. It's the same thing. Over time, those will go down. But you always want to try for bank issued products, because subprime products leads to subprime lending, and you just want to try to elevate yourself, because you are better than that from that subprime space. You're absolutely better than that. I know it, and I know you know it too. And then you're going to always, like I say, pay your bills on time. Automate it. Make sure you automate it. I can't emphasize that enough. Put everything on auto pay. Why take the chance and muck that up? It's not going to go well for you. and avoid opening too many accounts. Like I said, you want to pace yourself, and maybe open 2 to 3 per year, like max, and really utilize those ones that you have, and start using your credit cards like a debit card, so that you get in and get out and get ahead, because that's the purpose. You want to build for the cool stuff later on down the line, but right now you're in the building phase, so you got to put in that work and make sure that you do what you need to do to build yourself back up, or build yourself in the first place. Now, be patient. This is not a sprint. It is definitely a marathon, and well worth running, because in a subsequent video talking about that prime credit, when I say you can do what you can do when you can do it with prime credit, that's what it's about. You do not need to rush this. It is important that you be patient and treat this like this is, a long journey instead of a short stint. You don't want to rush these things. So if you want more information like this, and you want to get some more actionable steps to take, check out my free school platform, Subprime to Prime, on the school platform, and like and subscribe if you want to hear more financial tips to get you further on your financial journey. Thanks so much, and have a good one. Bye-bye.